An avalanche triggered in Park City. What you need to know if you're hitting the slopes over the holidays.
Parents of a boy killed by a drunk driver deliver the gift their son wanted the most to other children.
If we weren't able to see him and his smiling face today, that we were able to see others.
Yeah.
The full story and the Christmas morning reactions you don't want to miss.
We still have a few snow showers in the forecast. We'll have all the details coming up.
A father and his two sons work to feed dozens in need.
My wife always used to say that if you want to see the world change, then change it.
The big order from Denny's and how it all came together.
Live from Fox 13 Studios, this is Fox 13 News at 9.
Heads up! Heads up!
Yeah, our top story tonight, this incredible video that was taken in Park City. This video shot by Matt Baydala shows a snowboarder almost getting caught and buried by an avalanche. You see it right there. It's right near the exact spot a snowboarder was killed back on December 15th.
Now, Matt says he caught up with that snowboarder to explain to him how lucky he was not to be trapped under all of that snow. Tonight, we also spoke with Craig Gordon from the Utah Avalanche Center, and he believes that snowboarder had no idea that he may have triggered this avalanche.
You can see it gets out of hand pretty quickly. It's easy to get clobbered by one of these, and that could easily be a season-ending event.
Craig says to avoid something like this, check the avalanche warning page online before you head out.
And Dina Freeman joining us now in the Weather Center. A very important message as we go into a couple of busy days at the ski resorts.
Yeah, definitely. It's a busy time, and the avalanche danger is still considered to be moderate right now, so it doesn't mean we're in the clear as far as avalanches go. There's more snow. It's still snowing up there now. You can always check the warnings, and if you're worried about it, stay in bounds where there's avalanche control going on at all of our ski resorts. Now, currently outside, we've had some snow earlier. It's starting to slow down a little bit, but we still have that winter weather advisory till about 11 o'clock tonight. That's for our high elevations here for all these areas that you see in purple, and that should be allowed to expire tonight. The last few hours, though, we've seen some heavier snow bands move through, and the other big thing with the snow bands is the visibility just went down rapidly, and we had a little bit of fog develop as well. So we still have some snow now moving up into the snow basin area and along the I-84 corridor and up into Park City and some of our highest elevation as well, and heading northward up into Weber County. So you're in under the gun for some snow in the next hour or so. Should be mostly fast-moving showers, but the visibility will decrease rapidly as we go through the overnight. So coming up, we still have more active weather on the way, and we'll look at today's snow totals as well.
Thanks, Dina. A father and his sons turned their grieving into giving today, buying Christmas dinner for those in need.
Yeah, Fox 13's Haley Higgins has this touching story you'll only see here on Fox 13 News.
Excuse me?
On Christmas morning, a stranger came into Bobby Hubert's Denny's restaurant on 5th South.
That's the thing. I don't even know who he is. Totally random.
The man ordered $2,000 worth of turkey dinners to go.
Plus I put in 10, just in case I miscounted.
Christmas is already their busiest day of the year.
I was supposed to be out at 2, but I'm still here, which is okay, though. I don't mind helping.
Sliced turkey, cranberries, jalapeno corn, or broccoli.
150 meals carefully prepared for people experiencing homelessness.
To be honest with you, I didn't realize 150 dinners was this many dinners.
At pickup time, that stranger became James Quigley. Sons Seth and Adam admit they weren't feeling the Christmas spirit. It's the family's first Christmas without their wife and mother. She died unexpectedly from carbon monoxide poisoning in June.
My wife always used to say that if you want to see the world change, then change it.
14-year-old Seth came up with the idea to feed the homeless just that morning.
My mom loved to help other people, and I just thought it'd be good for Christmas spirit.
Such a blessing for the guests.
The warm meals delivered to the rescue mission of Salt Lake offer more than turkey and potatoes. They offer hope.
I think that they know that they're not alone, that people have not forgot them, that they're out there to help them in any way they can.
Sharing the Christmas spirit to ease the sting of grief. In Salt Lake City, Haley Higgins, Fox 13 News, Utah.
What a beautiful tribute to their late mother. Now, that Christmas act also allowed the rescue mission cooks to stay home with their families today.
So many good people out there. A West Jordan U.S. Army veteran, meantime, made quite a journey across state lines, all to help her young cousin who's battling a rare, life-threatening disease. Drea Richardson's baby cousin from Colorado named Destiny has a rare metabolic disorder and needed a liver transplant. Richardson wanted to help, so she traveled to Colorado and had a fifth of her liver removed to donate to little Destiny.
I have a liver, it regenerates, and if I can offer that opportunity for someone else to live a happy, healthy toddlerhood, then I'm more than happy to offer that.
So much inspiration right there, and there are more stories like Drea's and baby Destiny's that showcase the potential of what organ donation can do to save someone's life. In fact, tonight at 9:30, special programming, Fox News will host this special presentation, The Gift of Hope. Fox 13's Kelly Chapman is highlighting stories of people giving others a new lease on life through organ donation and those who receive these life-saving gifts.
Also in local news today, several fire departments worked to put out flames at the Aaron store in Riverdale. Firefighters say the HVAC system on the roof of that store caught fire this morning. First responders were able to put out the fire in just under an hour, but not before the store sustained a lot of water damage. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
Today marked a big change for parking at Brighton Ski Resort, all in an effort to get people to carpool there. Folks planning to hit the slopes with fewer than 2 passengers in their vehicle will be turned away from the priority parking spots. Drivers on their own or with just 1 passenger must park at the Brighton store and then shuttle their way up to the lifts.
There definitely should be incentive for people who are bringing multiple people up. There's too many people that just drive up by themselves, and we all know that Utah's air quality, Salt Lake's, is not very good.
Well, this policy, we understand, will primarily be enforced on weekends, holidays, and powder days when attendance there at Brighton is at its highest.
The call to protect and serve never takes a day off, and of course that includes Christmas. But the Salt Lake Valley Emergency Communications Center looks a little different today. Dispatchers went to work in their pajamas and the movie Elf was playing on the TV. But one thing is still the same. These men and women are here to help those in crisis, leaving the ones they love at home this holiday.
It's hard to be here on Christmas, but to realize that you're making a difference when people can be safe at home asleep and you're helping them.
Police officers are busy as well, out checking on the community, making sure everyone is having a safe and happy holiday.
Hope you've had a nice Christmas. More than 1,000 people had a special holiday, all thanks to a Jewish, Muslim-led interfaith Christmas volunteer service project. Dozens of community members spent their Christmas serving others by packing, loading, and delivering packages to those who need it most. Now, each box full of food, clothes, and gifts. This year, volunteers gave 500 homebound seniors and 85 refugee families a holiday to remember.
Helping others makes our Christmas worth the time. We love helping other people out.
I didn't have any idea. It was a big surprise for me. And then I'm so happy to see you here. Merry Christmas to you guys, and then I'm so happy.
What a fun reaction. The service project, all possible thanks to donations. This is something they do each and every year. Well, volunteers with the Salt Lake City Mission spent time today providing folks in need with a Christmas Day meal. This was all part of their Seasons of Hope campaign. The group also handed out blankets, coats, shoes, and more, all gathered through local businesses' drives and collections.
Coming up on Fox 13 News at 9.
Doctor said he'd never seen a hip shattered like that.
He was hit by a semi just over a year ago, but he's not letting that stop him from paying it forward. We'll show you how coming up.
And you've likely heard of ride sharing, but what about car sharing? There's a new app being tested right here in Utah. We've got some things you need to know before you check it out.
This is Fox 13 News.
Welcome back and Merry Christmas. This is an interesting one. A new car sharing app makes it so you can make cash while you're traveling. It's called Avail and it's being tested in Salt Lake City. So here's the deal. You select an airport, then you choose if you want to borrow a car or park and share your car while you're traveling. Well, while you're away, your car can be rented out by someone and you can make some cash.
Each car is equipped with a telematics device. It monitors GPS location, speed, braking, any of that stuff. So if anything were to happen with the vehicle, we would know about it and be able to address it.
So if your car is not used while you're away, you don't get any money, but you get free parking, a free car wash, and transportation to and from the airport.
On the Hill right now, your elected lawmakers at the Capitol are drafting numerous bills to crack down on children who are vaping.
The bills range from tax hikes to bans on flavored juices and millions spent to bust people that are selling to teens. Vape shop owners say they support ways to curb youth use of e-cigarettes, but fear the legislature will go too far.
We don't want kids using this. It's an adult product for adult smokers. I just cannot idly sit by and allow the government to handpick winners and losers. I can't have that.
So far, 125 people have been sickened in Utah with vaping-related lung injury linked to some black market products. The bills will be introduced in the 2020 legislation session, and that is going to start next month. Another effort is being made to ban talking on your cell phone while you're behind the wheel. Holiday Representative Carol Spackman-Moss says she's bringing back her bill on distracted driving. She says if you want to use your phone, you should have to be hands-free.
I mean, you have Siri, you can ask, you can say a name and get a number, but you could actually tap in a number very quickly if you're stopped, but not while you're driving.
So this bill has failed to pass the legislature in previous years. But Representative Moss says she believes she is winning people over as they encounter this every day out on the roads.
All right, let's talk about one of the top complaints that lawmakers get now from their constituents. However, it is consistently one of the lowest priorities on Utah's Capitol Hill. We're talking about the bill to end the changing of the clocks from daylight saving time. It is returning for the 2020 legislative session. Taylorsville Senator Wayne Harper's bill would let Utah stay permanently on daylight saving time. That means it would be lighter later in the evening.
We've got a lot more groundswell in people saying, let's stop changing the clocks, let's have a sane and rational lifestyle.
That bill has some exceptions. Other states have to join in, and Congress has to give approval. Surveys have shown Utahns overwhelmingly support ending the biannual time changes, but there's a split on whether people want lighter later or darker earlier. So that story only continues. The Utah Attorney General's office, meantime, now weighing in on a legal case involving transgender people who wish to change their birth certificates. The Utah Supreme Court considering a case brought by Sean Childers Gray and Angie Rice. They wanted their genders changed on their birth certificates. Most judges in Utah will do it, but an Ogden judge refused. The AG's office was ordered to weigh in. The state told the court that it can decide this issue, but it would not say whether Utah law is constitutional or not.
A family who lost their young son after he was hit by a drunk driver spent Christmas giving back all in his honor.
Yeah, this is such a story. Fox 13's Lauren Steinbrecher shows us how they decided to take what would have been a difficult holiday and turn it into a heartwarming one. It is a story you'll see only on Fox 13.
A special delivery just in time for Christmas morning. Jana and Brett greet an eager Mohammed.
Merry Christmas! Hi.
Who wastes no time digging into the gifts.
Happy baby shark, Mama!
Even the ones for his sister, and testing out his new PJ mask spike.
Oh no! Crash!
Mohammed's energy and excitement is something Brett and Jana
Want to show it to her?
don't get to have around their own living room today. This bike is exactly what their son wanted for Christmas.
Gosh, it fits perfect. He passed away riding a bike, and he loved riding bikes.
Brett's son and Jana's stepson Holden died in Salt Lake City after a suspected drunk driver hit him and his mother in a crosswalk as the 4-year-old boy walked with his bike. He passed away just before the holiday season. Brett and Jana already had started crossing off his Christmas wish list.
We just both knew that if we couldn't give him the bike, that
I thought I think in his honor he would want someone else to have a bike.
Which is why they delivered bikes and presents to not one, but 2 families on Christmas Day.
Hey guys.
7 kids in total.
There we go, dude, you got it.
Who got a special surprise. 2 parents who turned Christmas into a day of service and giving back in honor of Holden.
if we weren't able to see him and his smiling face today, that we were able to see others.
Yeah.
They got to meet Mohammed and know they gave him the best gift this Christmas, happiness, which is now Holdens Legacy.
kind of bittersweet moment, especially this morning being at Christmas morning. But, you know, we know that he had a say in this, and I know that he's watching over us, and I know he's proud of us.
In Salt Lake County, Lauren Steinbrecher, Fox 13 News, Utah.
A powerful perspective there. Our partners at the Salt Lake Tribune have named jazz owner Gail Miller as their 2019 Utah of the Year. Among her accomplishments, the paper cites Miller's response to racist fans who taunted an opposing player at Vivint Smart Home Arena. You'll recall she addressed fans directly before a game. The Tribune also commends Miller's commitment of time and resources to fighting homelessness in the Salt Lake Valley. One of the new shelters now bears her name.
Well, a man hit by a semi-truck while he was riding his motorcycle has not let these serious injuries change his Christmas tradition.
Fox 13's Aaron Cox introduces us to Jason Hansen and the gift he's been giving for 3 years.
My grandpa was a mechanic. My dad was a mechanic.
Looking at him now,
I always wanted to be a mechanic when I was older.
you would never guess Jason Hansen was hit by a semi-truck a little over a year ago.
Doctor said he'd never seen a hip shattered like that.
During recovery, Jason could no longer serve on the search and rescue or help out with the local fire department. But for Jason, that was no excuse to not give.
I really think it'll be a good Christmas car. And she said it needs brakes and CV axles and I think ball joints and tie rods, and that's a lot of work, but it's pretty easy to do.
With trim added to the car and repairs finished, now Jason finds a family in the Cache County community who needs a new ride.
We're gonna give him a gas card, we're gonna give him a grocery store card.
Stuffing presents into the back of the new car.
He sets it all up and I just go with him to bring the ho, ho, ho.
Jason and a special friend make the delivery.
Love you guys.
Just in time for Christmas.
Just get that feeling when you see the family's face.
In Cache County, Aaron Cox, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Wonderful. All right, check out this video. Trey Smith sent this into our newsroom. Yeah, these cats spotted playing in a backyard near Mutton Hollow Road in Kaysville. They're not domestic cats here. These are 3 wild animals and seem to enjoy wrestling there, enjoying a break in the stormy weather before heading right back into the woods. 2 bobcats on the loose out
They're
there.
super cute, but I wouldn't want to run into them.
Did you see how big they were?
Yeah.
Those are big cats. No, you wouldn't want to run into them at all.
No.
What a fun day to be out and about, right?
Right. Yeah, enjoy some snow. We got that white Christmas everybody was talking about.
Some people got the wet Christmas. Some people got the white Christmas. It was a nice blend of everything, really. Let's take a live look outside now because we still have some wet weather out there. Here's our old mill camera. It's showing you that we've got the wet roadways, and we had some poor visibility earlier, but things have been improving a little bit. We still have this winter weather advisory here for mostly our high elevations, and that goes until tonight at about 11 o'clock. So still expecting a couple more inches of snow, especially at some of our ski areas as we head through the overnight. Satellite radar imagery is good and impressive today. So we've had a weak circulation going through the southern part of the state, and with that kind of reinforcing this snow band off to the north. So we're starting to see some snow now, again, redevelop as it hits into the Ogden area and by Kaysville, Layton, these places as well. And then we'll see continued snow showers on and off through the night in Salt Lake. Not expecting much in the way of accumulation, though. However, it can come down in a hurry and impact your visibility. So still a little bit on the dangerous side, even though we're not expecting a lot of accumulation of snow. Out southern Utah, you've seen some snow showers the past few hours, mostly rain in St. George, just kind of a soggy Christmas there for you. Want to take our eyes out over way to the west here. This is a really impressive circulation. So here's what's left of our first round of energy, and now we have this swirly guy over here. So as this goes in this counterclockwise direction, this storm kind of heading due south. So all this is going to do is really kick more cloud cover onto the Utah-Arizona border and continued showers there in the next couple of days. Mostly in St. George, so mostly clouds with that next system. Temperatures currently 34 in Salt Lake, just some light snow in the past couple of hours here, snow and snow showers, 35 in Moab and 37 in St. George. So you've just got a little bit of light rain being reported there. We did have some impressive snow totals today, and it was a great white Christmas at some of our ski areas. What a fun one here at Snow snowbird this afternoon. And our snow totals around the state, it was not a huge storm, but it still was impressive. Over in Escalante, about 8 inches of snow there. And at Suncrest, about 4 inches in some of our bench areas, and most of the city locations between 1 and 3. Now, our ski resorts generally were between about 5 to 10 inches of snow, so certainly refreshed things as we went into the rest of the holiday week here. The culprit, we've got this upper level trough, and it is just a slow, big open wave, and we have to kind of wait for it to shift out of here. But the issue with this on Friday, as we go into Friday night into Saturday, we start to get into this north flow, and this just opens the floodgate for very cold Arctic air on the weekend mornings. However, we'll only have one little shot of snow Friday night into Saturday morning. So tonight, continued snow flurries around, snow showers. 27 in Salt Lake, 31 in St. George with just a little bit of leftover rain. Tomorrow, on and off snow showers again, so we'll call it mostly cloudy with those on and off showers. 37 degrees in Salt Lake, 46 in St. George, mostly cloudy there for you. The rain should be wrapping up there and just kind of staying cloudy. Temperatures southern Utah around 45 to 50 degrees. And in northern Utah, there's the showers tomorrow, then another shot on Friday night into Saturday morning. And look at that, New Year's Day is our next chance for any decent precipitation around here. And there's those cold temperatures early on in the morning.
Next in sports, NBA highlights from this Christmas Day, including Kawhi and LeBron facing opposite in LA. The highlights in a bit.
But then throws it away.
Christmas Day is all NBA across the sports world, so let's hit it, shall we? Start with the battle for LA. The Lakers, the home team, against the Clippers. The Ute product, Kyle Kuzma, dropping a season-high 25 to lead the Lakers, who led by as much as 14 in the third. But here come the paper clips. Landry Shamet to tie the score after 3. Final field goal for the Clippers with 4.5 minutes left. Montrezl Harrell tips home. Paul George's miss. Free throws would follow for the lead. Here's James needing a 3 to force overtime, but his step back is denied by Patrick Beverly. LeBron just 2 of 12 from downtown. The Lakers have now dropped 4 straight, all after winning 17 of 18. Go Celtics and Raptors now, where the defending champs appeared as if they might run away with this one from the tip. Kyle Lowry to Capitano, Toronto start. Only to see those Shamrocks take over from there. Kemba Walker dials up. Boston piling on in the second half. Kyle Lowry again denied this time. Green going the other way. Former Jazz man Gordon Hayward back from a 3-game stint on the injured list. He tallied 14, and the Celtics take it by 16. The other two heavyweights out east, the Bucks trailing the Sixers by a baker's dozen, quarter 2, but I'd be a fool not to show you this here. Giannis Antetokounmpo says, "Merry Christmas, Milwaukee." Philly, though, never lost control of this one. They fired up 44 threes, made nearly half of them. Tobias Harris, followed by a transition tray off the hands of Josh Richardson. Joel Embiid, 31 points, 121-109 as the Sixers deliver the Bucks only their 5th loss all season. The Warriors also upset the Rockets today. The Jazz get back going tomorrow.
All right, we'll be watching. Go Jazz. Thanks so much. Thanks for spending part of your holiday right here with us at Fox 13 News at 9.
Yes, Merry Christmas. And of course, don't go anywhere. A Fox 13 News special presentation of The Gift of Hope is going to be hosted by Kelly Chapman. And that's coming up next.